Respect, lovely people. Thank you so much for joining me once again. You're welcome. Today, the topic of today, I would say that is one of the most important for me. The topic of today is one of the reasons why some of us, we have decided to use our voice and whatever we have to contribute to the liberation of Africa through the promotion of African narrative. And finally, we are here. Lovely people, we all must attest to the fact that within these few days, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso, have been trending so much. And it is a fact that whatsoever you put out there in regards to Captain Ibrahim Traoré, you are going to have the engagement because this is a topic loved by majority of the world today. This is a man loved by majority of the world today. And this is the time also that the enemy have started pushing their own narrative in because he is trending today. So this is the time to push agenda. Lovely family, new campaign is being launched against Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso. They call him junta, they call him junta, they call him whatever names. But we called him a leader. We understand. We call him a revolutionary. He is a leader, and that remains so according to the African narrative. The media houses are out there, and lovely people, I can attest to the fact that after I show you what we are going to go through, after pulling out the fact and things that are going on in regards to Captain Ibrahim Traoré through some media houses who are bent on degrading his name and dragging him in the mud and painting his image to look bad in the sight of the people. They are cooking Captain Ibrahim Traoré and putting poison. I'm telling you the truth, lovely people. I'm going to pull out all the poisons. Relax. Today is just the fact that we are going to have a little bit longer session than usual. Now, the Western media have come under criticism recently in Africa, especially BBC, CNN, France 24, RFI. Their credibility is now at stake when it comes to African narrative. Now, they have started again. Lovely people, BBC pulled certain things out. BBC, in collaboration with Human Rights Watch, they pull out something which I'm going to put out right now, and we are going to break it down for you to see the poison they serve the public to drink. Lovely people, I encourage you to watch this video to the end because there are a lot of things that I'm going to pull out. There are a lot of poisons and bones placed in the food cooked by these media houses, and it is going to continue coming out. So it is necessary we pull it out, which is the reason why this video is going to be a little bit longer than we used to do. I encourage you to consume it and you are not going to regret it. It will shock you how these people are very good at coding narrative, coding sentence, using grammar to trick and say a lot of things as though they are not saying it, poisoning the mind of the people through the narrative. Anybody that is going to read what I'm going to pull out right now and we are going to read through it, that person will go home and be thinking twice about the military leader of Burkina Faso. These people? Yes. Which is the reason why you need to help us by liking these videos, and after you are done watching, you share to your friends and family to educate the public. Let me make this clear to you that some of us, we have grown to understand what it means to be riding narrative. You understand? So this is not the days where we will be deceived. Look at this headline here. It says, why Burkina Faso's leader has captured hearts and minds around the world. This is a food cooked by BBC. A very sweet food with so many poison chucked in, which I'm going to pull out. And from here, they are launching another one. Drastic messages and drastic narrative they are putting out there. This one came out the second day. A dangerous, much more dangerous one came out. And I think it is very necessary to break these things down and make the public understand where the truth is and then where the lie is. For a start, Ibrahim Traoré went to Russia, which we all know. Upon getting to Russia, it became a global news everywhere. It was Russia who celebrated their anniversary, but it is Captain Ibrahim Traoré, or is Captain Ibrahim Traoré, that is who is trending. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, is not trending as much as Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Now, when Captain Ibrahim Traoré went to Russia and had a interview, I would say, with Sputnik, lovely people, in there, Captain Ibrahim Traoré exposed the nature of the Western media so loudly, especially France 24 and RFI, together with the rest of them, CNN and co. The president of Burkina Faso descended heavily on these media houses. And then, after that meeting, lovely people, these media houses are here. And they are fighting so hard, family. So hard, I'm telling you. And this is a young man I don't understand, who is trying his best to build his country. He is concentrated and focused on building Burkina Faso, and we are seeing the result on the ground. But these media houses are behaving, if I said they have become blind, it will be understatement. They have deliberately refused, or they have deliberately to turn blind eye to the good things happening in Burkina Faso that everybody is talking about. They are bent on propagating negativity, false publication about this great leader of our day. So they are fighting back. The first thing that happened was that I went on the internet and then I saw this. Why Burkina Faso's junta leader, they call him junta, whether it is junta, whether it is junta, I don't know, lovely people, has captured hearts and minds around the world. Family, I would like to appeal to the public that don't leave this video on the way. Finish with me. And you will see how dangerous narrative is. You will see how dangerous it is if we don't tackle the situation. The truth of the matter is that if we don't tackle it, it is going to continue. It's going to affect a lot of people, because one thing these media houses believe in is that when lie is constantly repeated in the ear of people, at the end of the day, it will become the truth. Definitely, as time goes on. So there must be an opposition making sure that things are clarified. I'm not here to tell you which is true, which is lie. I'm only here to on the torchlight for us to see. This is a food cook beautifully. When you are reading it, it feels like Captain Ibrahim Traoré is being praised. It feels like BBC is promoting the good work of Captain Ibrahim Traoré and talking about the goodness of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. But I'm telling you that there is poison hooked in here. So, family, travel with me. Let's break it down. We are going to read through. After that, I pull out the second one. And I believe that after this video, maybe in the next few days, more are going to come out. Now, why Burkina Faso's junta leader has captured hearts and minds around the world? This is the headline. Why do they pull this out? Because Traoré is trending. So anything you put about Traoré is going to move very far. People are going to watch. People are going to read it. People are going to check in what is happening. So this was the time to push the agenda much more. Now let's go forward. Charismatic 37-year-old Burkina Faso's military ruler, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, has skillfully, lovely people, listen to the words, the sentences, the coding of the vocabulary that is being used in this message, and you understand where we are going. I'll pull out the poisons. Don't worry. Travel with me. Traoré has skillfully built the persona of a Pan-Africanist leader, determined to free his nation from what he regards as the clutches of Western imperialism and neo-colonialism. Beautiful. Now let's go. His message has resonated across Africa and beyond, with his admirers seeing him as following in the footsteps of African heroes like Burkina Faso's very own Thomas Sankara, a Marxist revolutionary who is sometimes referred to as Africa's Che Guevara. Now today, BBC is referring to Thomas Sankara as hero of Burkina Faso. Today, that he's no longer alive. We did not forget, all right? But we are going to keep quiet on this and read this forward. Let's go. Traoré's impact. Lovely people, please, don't be tired as we are reading this. You get to the poisons in here. They cook a smooth food and there is bone inside. When you eat it, it's going to choke you at the end of the day. So let's go forward. Let me adjust my mic. Now, Traore's impact is huge. Is that it? That's correct. Now, they are quoting someone here. BBC is quoting one individual. So in this particular video, the message, they quoted some individuals. Some said positive things about Traore. Some said negative things. BBC have an attitude of projecting their message as though we are not the ones saying it. The people are saying it. All right? Now, let's go. They are quoting someone. The person said, Traore's impact is huge. I have even heard politicians and authors in countries like Kenya, in East Africa, say, this is it. He is the man. And they said, Beverly Ochieng, a senior researcher at global consultancy firm Control, told BBC. This is the person they are quoting. Now, the message went on. According to this man, his messages reflect the age we are living in, when many Africans are questioning the relationship with the West, and why there is still so much poverty in such a resource-rich continent. This is a question that Traore and all of us we are asking. Now, BBC is not speaking. They are done quoting the person. After seizing power in a coup in 2022, Traore's regime ditched former colonial power France in favor of a strong alliance with Russia. That has included the deployment of a Russian paramilitary brigade and adopted left-wing economic policy. Beautiful. This includes setting up a state-owned mining company, requiring foreign firms to give it a 15% stake in their local operations and to transfer skills to Burkinabe people. You are going to get there, don't worry. I want you to understand where they are going. They even lie about our protest that we did. They told a very big lie in there. Let's go. This rule of Burkina Faso set up about the mining company. They said this rule also applied to Russian miner, not go. This message even proved General Lanley's wrong when he said Burkina Faso, Russians are taking advantage of the gold of Burkina Faso. The mining code of Burkina Faso, according to their own narrative, is applied to even Russia and everybody who want to mine in Burkina Faso. Now, Traore, the rule also applied to Russian miner, not gold, which was given a license in late April for its latest investment in Burkina Faso's gold industry. Beautiful. Now, as part of what Traore calls a revolution, they don't see it as revolution. Traore call it revolution. As part of what Traore calls a revolution to ensure Burkina Faso benefit from its mineral wealth, the junta, or the junta, whatever English it is also building a gold refinery and establishing national gold reserve for the first time in the nation's history. You see how sweet the narrative is. Somehow, anyhow, it's sweet to read this about Captain Ibrahim Traoré. I'm telling you that there is bone in here. However, Western-owned firm appear. No, let's leave this. Let's leave this. It goes to say that its popularity has been fueled through social media, including many misleading posts intended to bolster his revolutionary image. That is true. There are so many false, updates out there about Captain Ibrahim Traoré. But the truth is that this is what we call BBC and CNN African media. Yes, you are not the only person that can do propaganda. Our people also can do propaganda. The only difference is that this platform, we try to put the right thing out here, all right? Yeah. But yeah, all of it is welcome. Yes, this is the same thing they do. And when others are doing the same thing, you are complaining about it, you do the same thing. It's the same thing, the same game. Let's go, lovely people. AI-generated videos of music stars like R. Kelly, Rihanna, Justin Bieber, and Beyonce are seen immortalizing him through songs, though they have done nothing of sort. It's part of the propaganda of people. I know you have watched those videos of R. Kelly and co singing for Captain Ibrahim Traoré, which is not true. All right. Now they are quoting someone again. Mr. Ochieng said that Traoré first caught the attention of Africans when he spoke at the Russian African Summit in 2023, telling African leaders to stop behaving like puppets who dance every time the imperialists pull the string. This speech was heavily publicized by Russian media which has become a major player in promoting Traore's Pan-Africanist image. Honestly speaking, this was not published by Russian media. We caught this revelation when he was talking about it, and we championed this agenda. They should remove Russia out of the equation. We championed this narrative. What the man is saying, it caught our attention, the youth of Africa, not Russia. By the way, let's go for it. Now, this is where one of the punchline is. Listen to what they put here. Traore's popularity comes despite the fact that he has failed to fulfill his pledge to quell a 10-year Islamic insurgency that has fueled ethnic divisions and has now spread to once peaceful neighbor like Benin. You see, they are not trying to put division among us. Now, this is a direct poison. We are going to the second one, but let's talk about this first. Despite the fact that he has failed to fulfill his pledge, this is to project the military leader of not being effective in fighting terrorism. They are trying to say that Traore is ineffective. What it simply means is that you remove someone from power because of ABC. You came to power, we are still having the ABC, which means you are ineffective. That's what they're trying to project here, to show people that he's not able to fight terrorists, which is not true. Traore reclaimed a lot of the regions in Burkina Faso. That is a fact. Traore fought this battle more than anyone else, any regime or any leadership in Burkina Faso. That is a fact. Burkinabés can attest to this fact. I don't know what they are saying here. Now, the issue of Benin is to make the Benin people feel like it is because of Burkina Faso that they are now having a problem or whatever with terrorism. No. So it's trying to say that Benin, Burkina Faso is a threat to you. Division, divide and conquer. Let's move forward to the second one. His junta has also cracked down on dissent, including the opposition, media, and civil society group, and punished critics. Among them medics and magistrates, by sending them to the front line of the war against the jihadists. Now you see how they are painting Traore right here. These crackdown and things they put here is to paint Ibrahim Traoré to the public as a wicked leader, a tyrant, a leader who is, oppressing the people, doesn't allow the people to criticize him, someone who is adopting people, and kind of a wicked tyrant leader. That's how they're trying to project him. Someone who is luring himself on power and try to scare everybody and all that, which is not true. They are projecting the image of a wicked leader in Traore. Traore is not a wicked leader. The people who land themselves in trouble with Traore, these are people backed by the imperialists to stand against the government and cause commotion. These are not decent activists. No. There's nothing activist about these people who fall in trouble with Traore. Some of them, were they sent to the front line? Yes. Some people were sent to the front line. Why? One of the daughter came out and then opened his mouth and said that the military leader or the military is not being effective in fighting the terrorism. So Traore said, oh, then you know better than the military. They came out to criticize the military, their fight to liberate the country from these jihadists. And Traore said, no problem. We are sending you to the front line to show us how to fight proper. So they sent him there. Very simple and short. I agree with him, and I know you agree with him. Now, they are quoting someone. They say, for Rinaldo Dipan, the African Deputy Director of the International Crisis Group, think tank, Traore commands such support because he is young in a country with young population. The median age is 17.7 years. No problem. He is media savvy. Kind of trick, all right? That's what they're trying to say that he is. He's trick. He knows how to manipulate the media. That's what they are saying. That's simply what they are saying, that Traore knows how to manipulate the media. It is not true. Now, and uses the past to build his popularity as a reincarnation of Sankara. He told BBC, this is what Rinaldo Dampagne, or whatever that name is telling BBC. He continued to say that he knows the act of politics. He is not a politician. Let them know that he's not a politician. You see the punchline here. Don't worry, we are going to the second page. What BBC pull out the following day after this. Don't worry, take time. Let's go. You understand? Now, he knows the act of politics, how to, like that is, Traore know how to make a nation who is completely traumatized by war, feel there is better future. He is really good at the game. Traore is not playing game. You know, these people are smart in coding things. Traore is not playing game. He is here to serve the people. Now, Sankara rose to power in coup in 1983 at the age of 33. Rallied the nation under the motto "Fatherland or death, we will win." You know, that's the same motto Captain Ibrahim Traoré is using. It's just the same revolution. The continuation of Traoré is what we are seeing. Thomas Sankara is what we are seeing in Traoré. They should get off there. Now let's go. And was killed 4 years later in another coup that put Burkina Faso back in France's political orbit until Traoré's seizure of power. They spoke about Thomas Sankara being unalive, but they did not put detail who unalived him, how he was unalive. They did not put it there. That the media also play a role in this. It was not acknowledged. Let's leave all this and calm down a little bit. In a statement in early April, the IMF said that despite challenging humanitarian and security environment, the economy of Burkina was expected to remain robust in 2025. And the regime had made commendable progress in raising domestic revenue, containing the public wage bill, and increasing spending on education, health, and social protection. They are mixing the positive and negative, so it doesn't feel like they are trying to push an agenda, which means that Traore is making a lot of effort in the economy, building the economy of Burkina Faso. Now, despite this report from US-based financial institution, relationship with both France and America have been frosty. A recent example being the claim by the head of the US African Command, General Michael Lanley, that Traore was using Burkina Faso's gold reserve for his junta's protection rather than the nation's benefit. We are getting the lovely people. The lie against our protest is now here. This appeared to be a reference to the long-standing view of the US and some of its African allies that Russian forces were propping up Traore in exchange for a stake in Burkina Faso's gold industry, undermining the military ruler's image as a leader who expelled French troops in 2023 to reclaim the country's sovereignty. General Lanley's comment made in early April during US Senate committee hearing triggered an uproar among the captain's supporters who felt their hero was being smeared. This was further inflamed when shortly afterward the Burkinabe junta said it had fueled a coup plot, alleging the plot were based in neighboring Ivory Coast, where General Lanley then made a visit. Ivory Coast denied being involved in any plot, while the US Africa Command said General Lanley's visit had focused on addressing common security challenges, including violent extremism. But the junta took the opportunity, lovely people, pay attention to this. But the junta took the opportunity to organize one of the biggest rallies in Burkina Faso's capital over fear that imperialists and their lackeys were trying to dispose the captain. It was not Captain Ibrahim Traoré who called for the protest. I was the first person that called for that protest here on YouTube. This is the video here. The video has one of the highest engagement. I said in the video that if people support the protest, this was after Julius Malema through the EFF pull out a statement and then pull out a hashtag. Hands off Burkina Faso. And I said, if that is the case, then let's do protest, hands off Burkina Faso. And if the public agree, let there be highest engagement on that video. And that video right now, highest comment, highest share in the history of my YouTube journey. And all of a sudden, before I realized, a date was set by somebody. Somebody pulled out the hashtag. I called for the protest, and then it was all over. And then immediately, somebody set the date. It was a collaboration among us Africans. It was not. We did not even take permission from Captain Ibrahim Traoré before organizing protests. BBC, you lie. Nah, this is a lie. That he took opportunity. Nah, he did not take any opportunity. The man was even surprised of the protest. Now they're about to quote somebody. They went on to say, because Colin Powell lie Iraq was destroyed. Barack Obama lied. Gaddafi was killed. But this time, their lies would affect us. One protester, musician Osibi Joel, told the Associated Press news agency. Rallies in solidarity with Traore were also held abroad, including London, on the same day. You knew. How can Traore, you see how tricky they are? They said Traore organized protests in the capital city. So the one that happened in London, who organized that one? Out of the question. They know how to code their narrative. We got them this time. Now, he took to social media, Traore, after posting in French and English to express his gratitude to them for sharing his vision for new Burkina Faso and a new Africa, adding, "Together in solidarity, we would defeat imperialism and neocolonialism for free, dignified and sovereign Africa." Now, this is how they concluded. It is impossible to say how things will end for the young captain. Listen, nothing will end for him. He will continue. Nothing will end for him. They are waiting for his end. No. It's not going to end. Who are you lying? Now, lovely people, this is how BBC cook a very sweet food about Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The food you can see is very sweet, but it has so many poisons in there and so many bones that can choke you. The following day of this message that the BBC pulled out, watch what the BBC put out again. The second message, bam, is here. Look at the headline. Burkina Faso military accused of killing over 100 civilians in massacre. Now, why are they pulling this out by this time? Because Traore is trending. This is the time to push the agenda. Because the first one they pull out, everybody read it. A lot of people read it. And now they put the second one out. They know how to play their game. It's now time to push the agenda. It's not going to happen. Let's read a little bit. And I'll show you who is behind this. There's a dangerous organization behind this. Now, at least 130 civilians killed by Burkina Faso government forces and allied militia in March near the western town of Solenzo, Human Rights Watch say in new report. This agency, Human Rights Watch, Africans should be very careful about it. Their name is so deceptive and projects of the fact that they are fighting for humanity. But lovely people, I check them, anything these people support seems to be the downfall of Africa, which is the reason why any opposition in any country supported by the Human Rights Watch, you must be afraid of that opposition. I'm telling you, which is the reason why I don't support Bobby Wine, although Museveni is old. Yes, I'm being honest here. Which is the reason why all the oppositions disturbing Mali over there, sponsored and supported by human rights, trying to disturb the country in putting pressure on the government to turn the nation back to civilian rule and democracy, supported by human rights. You should be afraid of all of them. Malian people, I'm hearing win coming from there. You guys must be smart enough not to fall for this. Let's move forward. It says, the Human Rights Watch, the massacre following an operation led by Burkina Special Forces resulted in widespread civilian death and displacement of ethnic Fulanis. This is a narrative to put tension between the Fulani community and the Burkina Faso people or the Burkina Faso government. It's a message of division, because I told you here what the Fulani groups are doing. The so-called Fulani group, I'm not talking about the real Fulani group, the so-called Fulani group who masquerade themselves and they dress like civilians. They dress like civilians and they have weapons on them. Some of them you can see on your screen from Nigeria.
Hello. So this is what is going on in Jos right now. People are running away because Fulani are about to enter our village. We don't know what we have done wrong, but people are dying. People are busy running. You can see me, I'm in the picture, so I don't know what's going on. I'm inside the picture. You see people are running with their children. Right now they are shooting guns in our place. People are trying to escape with their children.
Situation report. Situation report. I repeat, situation report. This is Uku community in the Southwest local government area of Edo State. You can see to whom it may concern. We are under attack. Uku Kingdom. Uku is under attack. We are under attack right now. The Fulani herdsmen, they have blocked the road. They killed Mr. Dan and Igbelama living in Uku in the bush this morning. And some people, we are still looking for some people now in the bush. We are under attack. We are under attack. Uku community is under attack by Fulani herdsmen. You can see everywhere. They have killed one man right now in the bush. Yes. To whom it may concern, please, we need the government support. We need rescue. We need to be rescued from the mayhem.
Zam, one thing that you guys have forgot. A real and original Fulani man, you will never ever see him with an AK-47 inside bush. Never. A real Nigerian Fulani man, you won't ever see him with an AK-47 inside bush, except stick and a cutlass. This cutlass, we are using it to cut a tree or to survive with our cows, because you know there's a wild animal that can kill our cows. If we don't have this cutlass, we cannot save our cows. So it will not be possible. So we must use this stick or this cutlass. So any person that you see with an AK-47 inside bush, he is not a Fulani man. Please stop calling him a Fulani man. Just call him a terrorist. Simple. Any person you see with an AK-47, he is not a Fulani man. Just call him a terrorist. Please stop spoiling our name. Please stop spoiling our name. Any person you find out with an AK-47, don't call him a Fulani man. Just say he's a terrorist.
In Nigeria, they are unaliving people in many parts of Nigeria. You can ask Nigerians. The government is just quiet over it. Many people, they go to villages and then wipe the entire village. Unalive farmers, they capture the farmers and then they will use their cow to eat. Destroy all their farmland and then unalive the entire farm owners. This is happening. This is the brutal attitude that Burkina Faso military is dealing with. So anytime the pictures are out, you see the people not wearing any uniform. Terrorists, they wear uniform. Terrorists don't wear uniform. What do you want to tell us? Now, they said the Fulanis are personalists, largely, listen, Muslim community who the government has often accused of backing Islamic militants, an allegation denied by community leaders. You see where they are taking the thing to? They are not trying to push a fight between the Muslim communities in Burkina Faso. Tell them it is not going to happen. Now, another dangerous punchline here. About 40% of Burkina Faso is under the control of group links to Al-Qaeda and Islamic State operating in West Africa's region. Listen, if the Muslim community should be attacking and should be pointing their finger in the face of somebody, it should be these media houses calling them terrorists. Honestly speaking, not Burkina Faso. That is the truth. Anytime they are referring to these people, they always use the word Islamic State. Which Islamic State? Which of the Islamic State? Out of the equation. Let's move forward. But but let's note that it is a lie. About 40% of Burkina Faso is no longer under the terrorists because Traore has reclaimed majority of this. This figure here is wrong. The attack in which thousands of people have been unalive and millions displaced have continued despite promise by the country's military leader to deal with the insurgency. You see how they are trying to make the military look ineffective. I don't even know if that is the right word. They are trying to paint the military to look like they are not doing their job. They don't know their job. They are not able to fight these terrorists, which is a lie. Burkina Faso is reclaiming the land. Ahead of the release of the Human Rights Watch funding on Monday, there were reports of more militant attack over the weekend with dozens of military and civilians casualties. The people they are referring to as civilians, they are not civilians, people. It is not true. These are the group that masquerade themselves as Fulani and they are destroying the life of the people. They can go to a village and then the entire village is gone. These are the people, the brutal attitude that the military of Burkina Faso is dealing with, not civilians. Now listen to it. The BBC has not been able to confirm this report, but you put it out there. You are not able to confirm the report, but you put it out there. The BBC has approached the Burkina Faso government for comment on the human rights report. Last year, the government described as baseless another human rights report that had accused soldiers of massacre in which 223 villages were unalive. So the Human Rights Watch is pushing the narrative and BBC is publishing it. It's collaboration. Now collabo. You know, I don't even know how to sing it. I go sing for you. You go sing for me. So Human Rights Watch is singing for you, and BBC is also singing for us. It's the same thing. BBC is now projecting us, and we are not the ones saying it too. It's Human Rights Watch. Let's go. The right group, that is the Human Rights Watch, says it interviewed witnesses, militia members, journalists, and the civil society and analyzed videos shared on social media to make the finding regarding the army's involvement in the mass killing. Human Rights Watch previously said the army was implicated in the unaliving based on videos that were being shared online showing dozens of dead and injured people, although the findings were not definitive. You see, lovely people, these people are very dangerous. They are trying to put something in the mind of the people. They are saying a lot of things as though they are not saying it. That is what is going on here. They are saying a whole lot of things. It's the main goal of this is to just tell you that the military is unaliving people. Now, let's go a little bit and then you will see something. It now says, further research has uncovered that Burkina Faso military was responsible for this mass killing of Fulani civilians. It is not Fulani civilians we are dealing with here. Look at what is on your screen and tell me if these are civilians. If the military of, how do you call it? This is Nigeria. If the military of Nigeria go to unalive these people right now because they are unaliving people, they are going to capture it and say they are civilians because they are not wearing uniform. Unless they provide the uniform that a terrorist wear. Terrorists, they don't wear uniform. They don't have any particular uniform. They don't wear military uniform. Military wear uniform. So you go and take picture of these people and be showing the internet that Burkina Faso is unaliving civilians. No. These people have weapons on them. It had at least 100 more civilians were killed last month in reprisal attack by jihadist group against those seen as helping the military. So the jihadists descended on the people who are helping the military. If they are mentioning jihadist group, we are talking about this same masquerade Fulani group. Now, lovely people, this is what they have started. An attack, narrative attack, campaign launch against Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We need to share this message. These guys are very good at propagating and chattering narrative and drafting it properly to say a lot of things without actually saying it. So in other words, they are poisoning the mind of the people who are reading their messages, which is the reason why I'm calling on all my other freedom fighters who have the platform. Pay attention to BBC and the rest on their report. Since Captain Ibrahim Traoré is trending, a lot of these are going to come out, and we are going to make sure that this doesn't prevail or win. No. This is false narrative. Burkina Faso is not unaliving civilians. Burkina Faso is reclaiming their territory. It is just so sad to see that these media houses ignore the many good things that the government of Burkina Faso is doing, and they have concentrated on only propagating and fabricating lies to degrade the effort of the military, the effort of the government to build their nation. You don't go to their platform and see the factories that Burkina Faso is building. You don't go to their platform and see the beautiful things that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing for Burkina Faso. It is always this. So lovely people, we need to be careful about it. It is a war. It is a narrative war. And we are going to do our best. It is a call on all of us to stand in solidarity with Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We cannot allow this to prevail. And it is a good thing that today people are so awake that they are no longer falling for this. These media houses are going to continue cooking these things to, first of all, divide, degrade, downplay. Divide Africans, degrade the military, downplay the effort of the government. This is what they are doing. We are saying no more. It is not going to happen.